It's been a while since we've done a video like this one, and it's a little weird to be looking into a camera again, I'm not going to lie. But that's because I've made this camera setup because I'm going to be using it again. And you might be wondering, is Vlogger Games going to do vlogging videos again? Because that's half your fucking name. And at that I say, kinda, but not really. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that in a second. First and foremost, though, this is a bit of an update video in a couple of different ways. We're going to be talking about a separate channel that, I don't know if you can see, we're going to be talking about a separate channel that I will be starting / picking up / details in a moment. We'll be talking about the membership feature on this channel and me transitioning it to a Patreon instead, which has to do with the fact that I'll be spreading content over multiple channels. And I want people to be able to get like all the benefits and just have all of that direct like support in one place, rather than having people maybe be members to this channel and then also enjoying the content on the other channel, but maybe you don't want to be members to two channels, and the other channel obviously does not have monetization on yet and won't for a while, most likely. So that's the whole thing, and it would just be a little messy. So I would prefer to have that all in one place on a Patreon page, which I will be putting up before this video goes up. So there will be a link in the description and pinned down below in the top comments to the Patreon and that new channel. You might be wondering, what is the new channel going to be about? Well, as you've maybe, if you've been paying attention, noticed, I've been, over the past 4 or 5 months, I think, I've been making different types of edited content, more video essays and reviews. And I've been really enjoying that. It's difficult to make a 10-minute video talking about a single game, but taking a topic and I'm talking about like 4 games relating to that topic is something that comes a lot more naturally to me, and I don't have to stretch as much. As a matter of fact, the videos have been getting longer and longer gradually, and I'm trying to keep them to like 10 to 12 minutes. I don't want to make them too long. I don't want to make half-an-hour videos because it takes a fuck ton of work to make those, but also because I don't think they'll keep being interesting that long. And I think the video being interesting is more important than the video being long. So things like repeating myself, I'm trying to do that as few times as possible, unless it's very much necessary. Trying to condense things as much as possible into simple, short explanations, rather than going on very long-winded metaphors, that kind of stuff. It's a learning process, right? It's a new type of content for me. I've only made like a handful of videos in this style, and those videos will no longer be going up on this channel. I've done a little bit of a trial run with those type of videos. I think I want to keep making those, but I also think that they do not fit. I mean, the retrospective didn't really fit on this channel either. But I don't think those videos fit very well on this channel. And I want to experiment a little bit, which has to do with the analytics videos in which I talk about this kind of stuff, but most of you will not have seen that. So I'll recap real quick. I think, and it's general knowledge and generally accepted, that the more you segregate your content on different channels on YouTube, the better they would generally do. There's a Let's Play channel, and even if I stop uploading those right now, there's like over 1,000, like I think over 1,500 Let's Play videos on this channel, which I could all private those, yeah, and just delete my entire history on YouTube, more or less, like at least in a publicly facing way. But I don't really want to do that for, I think, rather obvious reasons. I like the idea of having all that backlog and being able to go back to a video that's like 5 years old and seeing how fucking horrible I was. I like that. So the thing that I want to do is keeping Let's Plays on this channel. And that will mean that 3 uploads a week, Kingdom Hearts. Maybe sometimes there will be bonus uploads when I'm like, oh, I streamed this game. And I'll talk about streaming in a moment, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that yet, because I don't seem to be able to do that consistently either. So Maybe there will be more than 3 uploads sometimes, but usually there will be 3 uploads a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. My local time, which is UK time plus 1 hour, but sometimes it's not because daylight savings is a bitch. You know what time I upload on your own time zone. You can fucking figure it out. So that will not be changing. The once a month video essay uploads will be moving to a separate channel, as I mentioned. But that channel then would only have 1 video a month, and that's not a lot. As a matter of fact, that's kind of sad. So what I'll be doing instead there is, I've been talking a lot about game design and philosophy behind game design and analytics or analysis of game design. And I figured I did that a lot in my retrospectives. I did do that a lot in my normal reviews. I do that even more now in these new video essay type videos. And at a certain point, you've got to put your money where your mouth is. And that's where the title of this video comes in. I am making a game. Specifically, I'm making a 3D platform. Let's just look at the screen here for a moment that I've been recording all this time and have not used. This is just like a little mock-up level that I've put together just to like get all the mechanics for the movement engine on screen. Obviously, this is not a game. I had a pre-made project and a pre-made map that I've been practicing in, but now that I have my character movement all figured out and working, I will be tweaking things as we go along, like some parameters, gravity, jumping velocity, that kind of stuff. I will probably keep on changing until the very final moment before I package the game and upload it somewhere. But as you can see, this is a game. Well, is it? I made a video about that. If you're very curious, you can go watch that. This is the game that I've been working on. I've put about a week and a half to 2 weeks into creating all the movement. The animations are stock animations, so I didn't make those. The model, though, I am very happy with because I did manually make all of that. And as you can see, the jumping is a little bit like floaty and a little bit high. So maybe the jump velocity is going to go down a tiny bit. Gravity might be going up a little bit as we go along. But as you can see, there's a double jump mechanic, there's a wall jump mechanic, there's a dashing mechanic. I'm pretty freaking happy with how I actually ended up making the balancing of the jumping. Because really there's 3 jumping actions that you can do. There's a jump. There is the double jump, which is jump and then double jump, so that's 2 actions. And there's the dash, which you can also do in midair, obviously, as I showed, and I'm gonna die. You can only ever do 2 out of those 3 actions. So I can jump dash, I can jump double jump, but if I don't jump at the start, I can double jump dash. And that's going to make for some very interesting jumping puzzle opportunities. Wall jumps do not add to this, by the way. So you can, as you could just see, you can jump, wall jump, and then still double jump. Which also means that if you, I will just show you this, in fact. If I take this thing over here, and I put it over there, is that roughly where I want it to be? That's good enough. And I put another one over here. That does give you the opportunity, yeah, light needs to be rebuilt. That does give you the opportunity to do like a wall jumping chain like this, but I'm on a very awkward angle here. And I make a little jumping puzzle like that. So that's what I've been working on over the past 2 weeks. And I don't have any footage of me working on that because obviously I haven't been recording any of that footage, but that's what I'll be doing going forward. Once a week on Saturdays on that new channel, I'll be uploading development logs, which is mostly just me going over what I've done. I'm planning to just like every single day record a little like 2-minute section or something, just talking to the camera, and then in the edits I'll overlay some of the footage of what I'm talking about. And you guys can come along with me on this journey of me learning to make these games and just seeing me make the game. And then at the end of it, I'm planning to make this more into like a sort of demo thing than an actual full game. Because an actual full game is going to take fucking forever. Maybe if we're having fun and things end up being very, very good, I could always take that step at some point. But for the foreseeable future, the project that I'm working on right now, this 3D platformer, it's going to have 3 levels. It's going to have a jungle level, it's going to have a temple level, and it's going to have a level which I don't have a theme for yet. I'm thinking city, but that doesn't really like fit too well with the other 2 themes, I want to say. So maybe I'll come up with something else at some point. I am not entirely sure. And those will be going up on Saturday. I don't know if I already said that. So you'll get a weekly development log in which I'll just like, they might be 5 minutes, they might sometimes be 20 minutes, just depending on the amount of things that I did in that week and the amount of things that I have to talk about and to show and just like generally have fun. And then once a month, there will also be a video where I talk about other people's games and like game design concepts and stuff like that. And those 2 kinds of content will definitely inform each other. Because if I say something in a video essay and that becomes relevant in the game that I'm making, I might run into an issue where I'm like, just analyzing something, you might think, oh, but you could do this or this way. Then actually trying to do it yourself, you might run into issues finding out why a developer may or may not have done the thing you suggested. And the other way around as well. If I run into issues, I can come up with solutions that might be applicable to other games that already exist. So I think those 2 types of content will go very well together and be mostly aimed towards people interested in game development. And that's mostly the issue I think I have with hosting those videos, the video essays that is, on the Vlogger Games channel as I do right now, because those are really more aimed towards people thinking about what makes a game and what makes a game fun and how to put those pieces together to make a game. Whereas obviously a Let's Play channel is more about experiencing the end product of those games and not as much about thinking of why things work the way they do. And I think putting those 2 types of content on a separate channel together, it just makes a lot more sense. We have one channel where we consume games, one channel where we make games, really roughly speaking. And that brings us to the fact that if I'm going to spread my content over 2 different channels, I could do 2 things there as far as like memberships goes. Because this channel at this moment in time has a membership feature, and that membership feature is being used by at least a couple of people. The thing is, I could just keep that, and I could wait until that other channel also get monetized and enable memberships there. So people can directly choose which channel, which type of content they want to support. And I expect that at least over a long period of time, the audiences for the 2 channels are going to be not insignificantly different. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead disable the membership feature on this channel. And I'm going to move the donation-based support, as I like to call it, memberships, whatever, to a Patreon. That's because of a couple of reasons. If I were to keep those communities and those channels split that hard, I feel like I also should have them in separate Discords. I'm not going to do that. It's still going to be a combination of everything going into my Discord for my larger community. And I think that Patreon can be the same thing. People coming from different angles of my content, all to support me making that content. And that doesn't have to be split, I don't think. Maybe that's strategically not the most sound idea, because I know a lot of creators have different Patreon pages for the different types of content. From like I don't even want to say morality, it's just like it feels right to me to do it this way, and that's why I'm doing it. There's literally no other reason. The other side to that is that the Patreon, instead of membership choice, will allow me to also hook into Discord and make a VIP channel in the Discord, where everybody who is a Patreon can chat in that exclusive chat, which at first probably won't be that relevant, I imagine, because there's going to be like one or two people in that chat, so it's more like a private chat room directly to me, but that's what DMs exist for. So, you know. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We are splitting the content over 2 channels. There's going to be a new type of content on the second new channel. The memberships for this channel are going to disappear. There's going to be a Patreon instead, which I think Patreon also supports more payment processes than YouTube does, which will be nice if anybody like wants to support me but doesn't have. I think YouTube is limited to like credit card and PayPal. I think Patreon has a couple more options as well. I'm just rambling. This video has gone on for 16 minutes. I don't know how long my camera is going to keep recording, so I'm going to end it off here. Also, do join the Discord. If you aren't in the Discord yet, I don't know if I said that already, but the entire movement system I made for this game here, you can go back to looking on screen right here. I uploaded people in my Discord just because I was having fun with it, and we talk about a lot of stupid things on there. So do come join us there as well. And until then, this Saturday will be the first devlog on the separate channel, which does still need a name. It's still called the Retro Cave. It's a channel that I made a while ago to host my retrospectives because I didn't want to have them on the main channel. In much a similar situation to this, actually. And I named it the Retro Cave because it was only going to have those retro reviews on it. Obviously, that's not very applicable anymore right now. So, anybody got new channel names? Do let me know. I'm thinking something like the Gaming Cauldron or something, like, because we throw a lot of stuff in and something comes out, or something like A Look Inside, because I'm giving a look inside my development process, but also looking inside other people's games. So maybe like Games A Look Inside, something like that is what I'm thinking right now. Open to suggestions though.